Previously on the Palletwood cabin build, we put together some small flower and herb troughs to go on the front porch of the cabin. Sadly, we had other commitments this summer, so we didn't have time to plant any vegetables or herbs at the cabin site. We aim to work more on this next year. We also built another chair to go on the front porch so that we can enjoy the summer weather outside. At the end of spring, we worked on building a Palletwood tiki bar. Whilst it is a simple structure, we had great fun making it, and it will get more use over the summer months. But now it was time to build a structure that we should have built a long time ago, a Palletwood outhouse. As with most of our Palletwood projects, we started the build at my dad's house, where we had access to better tools. This project is not about using hand tools only, but more about what can be made from free, reclaimed Palletwood. So join us now for episode 14, where we build a simple Palletwood outhouse.
Well, people, I got absolutely lucky when I went to my pallet storage place. Very big pallets, long pallets, and you can get them, you just got to search around for them. These pallets actually came out somewhere around, wait for this, 7 feet long in one strip. Sure, it took a while to dismantle them, it always does, but it allowed me the extra height, so I started with, say, 6 feet at the back. It gave me a drop here that I could use and put down about 5 feet at the front, so when we felt it, should we want to felt it, is the rain will run off it. That's a general idea. Put all the panels together back at home. We had to do it at home. We couldn't possibly do all this down here, but just for everlasting doing stuff. So for the door, I got lucky. It's actually some pretty nice wood. Look at the grain in that, some knots. This is a wider pallet as well as being a good length, so I was able to utilize that one for the door. Inside, got those wide boards, were really handy. I've got my Z supports here, sort of beefs up the door. Slightly a thinner pallet, but you know, it allows for easy swinging. I've used ordinary standard hinges, which again, the whole pallet cabin exercise is not spending any money. I've had those spare for about 10 years, knocking around in my workshop back at home, in a totally awesome workshop. So I thought, why not use them? Yes, I could have used long brackets, which would give me more support for a door of this width. We've raised this up on some half bricks here, just to let a bit of airflow go through there, because obviously the idea is to have a bit of air circulation, and should it rot, which I doubt for, look at the soil, it's dust, then obviously the water won't get in there and rot out. To beef it up even more, we've driven some stakes in here. It just gives it a bit of extra support, again to allow for the door swing, because with the weight of the door going out on the hinge, tends to tip it forward, so we staked it as well. I just put a little loop on that screw there. You stop it blowing around in the wind, and of course once you're inside, residing at your personal leisure, there's a nail, another nail, and we'll put a piece of cord there as well, just to keep it closed. But out here, there's not going to be many people knocking on your door or trying to gain entrance.
What we've done with the toilet itself is we've kept it nice and simple. It's literally a box shape. We've put some cross supports in here just to give it some rigidity, and we've actually also staked in some nails to the side to pin it to the side walls of the outhouse itself, again to give it more rigidity. We made the height of this 19 inches. Now Dad was telling me with his furniture work that a standard chair is 18 inches in height where you sit down, and I can tell you now at 19 inches that makes a huge difference. Look at my feet, I'm only small, but that made a massive difference. So we did make the toilet, sorry, too high. We know that we've made it too high, but hey, we're all learning here. It's all a learning experience. The toilet itself, we experimented with different widths, and in the end we went for the width of a standard toilet. It's what our bums are used to sitting on, is a standard toilet. We had them too wide at first. Dad nearly fell in. It was quite funny. So really we've gone for narrow, but we realised it would be much better to have the actual natural toilet, it would be much better to have the toilet shape, that oval shape, because the square, although it works and it's convenient, it really doesn't feel as comfortable as what a normal kind of oval shaped toilet would be. However, if I was desperate for the toilet and I did need the toilet, everything's going to happen successfully. I'm not going to miss, I'm directly over the hole, and we've even got this little toilet roll here which Dad installed with some string, 2 nails, nice and simple. At the end of the day, it's a very simple structure. There doesn't need to be anything complicated about it, and we've had great fun building it.
We haven't got great fun using it yet though.
No, yeah, it's still to be tested. But we've sort of done everything we can. We've dug that hole right down deep. Now what we're going to need is loads and loads of sawdust, which put it in a bucket, and we'll keep the bucket just on the outside. That way, whenever we go to the toilet, done your business, scoop up a bit of sawdust, chuck it down, and it should all biodegrade. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. We certainly had fun making it. We've done a few different projects here now at the kind of Palletwood homestead. We've got the small cabin, we've got a tiki bar, we've got a little front porch, a raised vegetable patch, a picket fence. We've done so many different things. If you want to see all the things that we built, I'll pop a link either up here or in the video description below to a playlist of all the videos that we've done with Palletwood here at the homestead in the woods. And also there's one long video which we've got where you can watch all the way through of us building with kind of not a lot of talking, just building work. I'll put a link to that in the description as well.
All done for Palletwood?
All of it's
reclaimed nails?
Yeah, we've tried to the aim of the project, as we've said in previous videos, is that it's a father-son project. When we started this, we wanted to make sure that that was the main aim of the project, was to have fun, just spend time together here in the woods. Obviously things are not done professionally here. There's a lot of things that are not done correct and to the book, but we try to save money as much as we can. We try to keep things on the cheap as much as we can, to the point of recycling the Palletwood nails that have come out of a nail gun, which usually always bend when you pull them out. We've tried to recycle all of those and reuse them. Yes, things will rot away. Yes, things will not last forever, but at the end of the day, we've got them on video, and we've documented it for ourselves and our family to watch in generations to come. Hopefully you've enjoyed the project. If you enjoy fishing, do be sure to check out Dad's channel, TA Fishing. He's off sea fishing, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, his next project, next film will be down the Bristol Channel, hopefully catching some sea fish in this massive heat wave we're having. Are you guys getting this heat wave?
We are having some we're having some really warm weather here in the UK at the moment. There's forest fires and stuff happening now. I know, obviously, Greece has had some terrible fires. Sending prayers to people in Greece. And all over the country, there's fire bans everywhere. There's fire bans here in the UK.
Hosepipe bans?
Hosepipe bans here in the UK. We've used the gas stove today because we cannot risk having an open fire. And you guys shouldn't either, because it's not worth the risk of having that open fire. It might be great to see, it might be great to have the warmth of an open fire, even though it's hot. But things like sparks and things, you know, everything like that, it can just go and start a fire real quickly.
It's wind, isn't it?
So just where you can, it's sensible, be safe. If it's not rained for a long time, you might want to double think about having an open fire.
Or get yourself a camping
and just go for a gas stove which doesn't give off sparks. And that's why they're generally a lot safer. So we've actually recorded 32 degrees here in the shade today. And luckily, this is Celsius, luckily we've got a breeze. Without the breeze, that would certainly be warm. I know it's not Australian temperatures, but for us Brits, this is certainly a warm summer, and we do have quite high humidity as well at the moment, don't we?
It's been very warm. Terrible sleeping at night. Yeah. Do you know what? We're better off sleeping out in the open, and it's lovely and cool in the evenings, but during the day, my fish pond has dried up. What about all the fields? Are we having trouble with the farmers?
Yeah, so we just popped into a field earlier today, and Dad was showing about the wheat, weren't you? Or barley, we can't remember what it was. But it's just rock hard. It's absolutely rock hard. Won't swell up. It's very, very short. All the crops are stunted. The ground's all cracked as well. You'll probably see some overlaid images of Dad with his hand in the ground. It's all cracked. The water table's almost disappeared. So it's dry out there. It's certainly dry.
Even our local fish pond's dried up.
Even the local fish pond has dried up. It's dangerous conditions now, but we're still enjoying ourselves in the outdoors. Keep in the shade, keep drinking that water. Thanks so much for watching TA Outdoors, and we'll see you soon again at the Pallet homestead.